All right, welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Parkside Cabin Rentals. Beautiful time to be in the Smokies right now in the winter, tucked into your own cabin, and they've got all kinds of floor plans for you to choose from. You can see them at their website, parksidecabinrentals.com. They have them for small groups. They have them for big groups. They got room for you to spread out. They've got them with all kinds of entertainment packages, the sauna, the beautiful views out onto the mountains. They've got the pool tables. It's really, really something. Check it out for yourself. ParksideCabinRentals.com. And whenever you rent from these folks, you're going to get free parking in downtown Gatlinburg. Okay, I want to start with something Danny White said this week that got people outraged. He commenting on the reaction to the Heupel hire at the press conferences. He said, "Some of you are awesome. Some of you are failing right now. Why would you be negative? The future of this place is unbelievably exciting and positive, and I couldn't be more excited to be here. I see nothing but great days ahead." And boom, there was a group on Twitter that then went, and on a couple of radio shows in town, that took that as he's attacking us. How dare you attack the fans? You know, as if he's talking to all fans there. I think he's making it clear there's a line. But your thoughts, I'll start down there and go this way. Your thoughts on Danny White learning about the fan base?
Number one, I love it. I love that he's vocal. I love that he's out there because to have that relationship, one, between him and the fans, and then, of course, him and the head coach, creates a structure like a big company. You got to have that type of structure to go through it. You got to set the expectations. And I love that he used the word failing, because it shows that there's room for growth. And when you look at his relationship that he's had with his coaches and how they're really how it's been over the past couple of years, Scott Frost failed without an AD like who we have there now, whereas this other coach has succeeded. And so I like kind of everything that's seen there, and also to take the heat from the guy underneath.
All right, quickly.
I like it because, we've got 90% of our fans that love the Big Orange, love the Power T, and you got the 5% that might be in the middle, love sometimes, love hate. Then you got the other, 5% they just speak so loud because they have nothing else to say. And I'm glad he's addressed and knows that minute percentage that pay attention to the Big Orange Athletics, because the large lion's share loves the Big Orange.
Only 20% of the people in this country use Twitter. And they found that 80% of the content on Twitter comes from 10% of that. So think about that. That's how small a percentage. You're talking 10% of 20%.
No, and listen, he knows he's talking to the majority of people, and most common fans know they're Twidiots out there, right? I mean, they're idiots that are using Twitter, and that's what he's talking to. And if you don't know any of those people, and you have a Twitter account, it might be you that is a Twidiot. So, I mean, you have to look at that and just say, listen, I'm going to say that, I'm going to speak out. And it's a fine line. When do you go on the offensive and defend yourself against, the Twidiots? And when do you just let that noise and you ignore it? And that's a fine line to walk.
Yeah, especially for an athletic director.
Exactly.
I think that one of the things is people have a right to say whatever they want to say.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, I don't think you're helping your school. When the Heupel noise started percolating on Tuesday night, I went to Josh Heupel's Twitter feed. I wanted to see who is sending him stuff from Tennessee, because I know what happens. So let me just show you what some of these tweets were. Somebody says, "Hey, Danny White," and these are directly to these guys. "Hey, Danny White, they aren't paying you $1.8 million for you to bring in Coach Josh Heupel to be our coach. If you trot this man out in front of us, you can just go back to Orlando. You want to lose the fan base a week after getting the job? It's going to happen if you hire that man." Next guy says, "A big fat thumbs down from this Vol fan and alum. Is this really the best option left out there, Danny White? Sorry, Coach Josh Heupel, you can stay in Florida." And the other one, I love this one. "If this blank Danny White trots out Josh Heupel, they can all go pack their blank and get back to Orlando. Blank this." And he sent it also to Randy Boyd and Donde Plowman, telling them, "You all can go with them." All right, now I would think that most people watching this show, most Vol fans, the vast majority, would look at that and say, "I don't feel that helps us." I think most people would say, "Why would you send that to prospective coaches?" It's what they did. That's what that group did to Dave Doran a few years ago as well. I don't think it helps the school, so I don't understand what the purpose is. But if you're sitting there, and they like to say Danny White's attacking the fans, you'll see that this group was attacking the fans. We're not attacking the fans. This isn't some spray down. This is a red laser sight at the people who go on Twitter and send ugly stuff like that to people who are going to be hired here, who are going to try and win games for you. Don't like a hire? That's fine. But I don't understand sending something like that to somebody. And Danny White, when he's saying some of you are failing, don't take that as he said I'm failing. No. He's saying those people are failing. And if you're one of those people, I'm guessing you didn't like this segment. More than likely, you don't watch this show anyway. All right, which you're more than welcome not to. When we come back, let's talk about the roster, the transfer portal, how important recruiting is going to be for Josh Heupel. Come on back on the Sports Horse.